What if I told you you could camp on the Oregon coast for about $12 a night and in a huge site that is easy to get to, even for rigs that are bigger than ours? The catch? These campgrounds were built for big toy haulers and ATV trailers, not just RVs like ours. This is RV Life with Kim Hanna, where big rigs and budget-friendly camping actually go together. We stayed at 2 OHV campgrounds on the Oregon coast. One is Sandbeach Campground, which is where we are right now near Cloverdale. The other one was Bluebill near Coos Bay. And we don't own an ATV, but here's why these types of campgrounds work really well for RVers like us. With our America the Beautiful Pass, we only paid about $12 a night to stay in these campgrounds. Compare that to $100 or more per night for a private RV resort on the Oregon coast. That is a huge savings.
Huge!
Second, the sites themselves are massive. They're designed for big toy haulers and ATV trailers. That means the roads are wide, the pads are long, and it was really easy to maneuver our little 34-foot fifth wheel trailer into these spaces. And finally, availability. These campgrounds don't normally require reservations months in advance. That is super nice when you want a little bit of flexibility. And this is not just an Oregon coast thing. You can find OHV campgrounds all over the country on public lands where off-road vehicles are allowed. So this budget hack thing, it works in a lot of places that you probably travel. Now for the drawbacks. Number one is noise. Where we're camping right now, we have 3 different campgrounds, and 2 of them are really close to the access points to ride on the sand. And those tend to feel more like parking lots. In the 2 that we've gone to, we've chosen the campgrounds that are the furthest away from the access points to the sand. And in those instances, it feels a lot more like a regular campground. The noise is less loud than it is if you're parked in one of these other campsites that has really close beach access. We've got really easy access to the beach where we kayak here, and we can walk there from our campsite. We walked on the beach and watched sunsets several nights while we were here, and we are almost always the only ones out there. It's kind of like these ATVers like to do their thing. They're not so much into like the beach scene, you know, they're just kind of out here doing their motor vehicle thing and having a good time with their friends and family. This particular location, we're really close to Tillamook. So the other day we went to the Tillamook Cheese Factory and we did that tour, and we went to the Air Museum. We saw that too, that was really fun. These sites get you into a great location where there's a lot of things to do in the general area with a price tag that is very affordable, especially if you have some kind of a discount pass for the federal sites. The ATVs usually start running about mid-morning and they run until well after dinner. Personally, that doesn't bother us because we are never really hanging out at our campsite during the day. We are out hiking or kayaking or exploring the nearest town. So that daytime noise really isn't a big factor for us. You also might hear music and groups just hanging out and having a good time well into the evening. You'll find that some nights are mellow, some not so much. It's sort of hit and miss. One thing that we can say that we've experienced for our pattern is that the weekends tend to be a lot noisier, the weekdays are a lot more mellow.
Is it loud there? It's loud here.
On our particular trip, in our timing, it has been kind of chilly, so we've been sleeping with all of the windows and vents closed, which really helps with that noise after dark. We are early to bed and early to rise people, so if you're like us and the noise outside doesn't kind of tone down early enough for you, it might be a solution just to put on your little noise machine and sort of drown it out, and you should be just fine.
Just start the white noise machine.
Amenities are basic. Usually restrooms with toilets and sinks, no showers. You'll find that most of the places have potable water, spigots around the campground, no specific hookup. You'll also usually find trash, picnic tables, and fire rings. Other than that, it's kind of like you're just sort of dry camping. At Bluebill Campground, we were sitting on the sand just kind of watching all of the ATVs ride along the dunes, and one guy stopped to chat. He asked if we wanted a ride, and of course we said yes. Are we crazy? Oh my gosh! See a lot up here. It's beautiful. Woo! It was fun, but the best part was actually afterwards, where I asked him why he loves OHV camping. Caught it on camera. Here's what he had to say.
You know, the thing is, the more people we can involve in motorsports, and people understand what the pleasure is of it. Well, I mean, we're out here for being responsible and having fun. You know, I mean, I bring my kids out here. I've come here since I was a kid. And it's a big deal, it's, you know, to keep it open, keep it nice, and most people out here are genuine. They're out here to help. You know, you get stuck, you get help. They keep it clean. There's not really much to say about it, you know. It's just, it's unfortunate that there's so many people that think that we're destroying it. And if their eyes were open and they could see the enjoyment that the family, you know, and everything that we get out of it, it'd be good. It would be very good.
Yes. And what was your name?
My name's Cameron.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Thank you for the ride.
You're welcome.
And their introduction to what's going on out here. This is our first time here.
Nice. Yeah, there's places that rent around here too if you guys wanted to rent something for 4 hours and cruise around.
We are only here for another 2 days and it looks like we're going to get rain.
That don't matter.
It doesn't matter, do it anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just buy some goggles. Just buy some goggles and be ready because it'll get sticky.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Cameron.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for the ride.
You're welcome.
All right. So while we originally came here for the cheap camping that has great availability and great maneuverability, we also got a glimpse into the whole other side of dune culture. So would I recommend OHV campgrounds for non-OHVers? Absolutely, if you don't mind a little noise. Here's what I'll tell you. Bring your earplugs, set your expectations, and enjoy those big $12 sites. If you're like us and always looking for ways to make RVing more affordable, check out my playlist. It's on budget-friendly RV camping. I'll leave a link in the description below and I'll see you over there.